Hiya, I'm Karnak. This is Star Wars Armada Explained. Today we're going to look at the ship title for the Gozanti called Suppressor. How do you know this title equips to the Gozanti flotillas? You look at the bottom left hand corner of the card. You will see the flotilla Gozanti icon. This card is faction specific to be Imperial only. You'll see that there next to the point cost, which is 4. So Suppressor, you'll notice there's a bullet point in front of its name. It means it's a unique title. You can only bring one of these in your fleet. It reads, after an enemy ship ends its activation, if it is at distance 1 to 3, you may choose and exhaust one of its defense tokens. And so very straightforward. Let's play it through. So Suppressor, for example, sitting here, this ISD is activated, and let's say the suppressor is moving at speed 1, ISD is moving at speed 3, and you know what? He's tried to shoot the Gozanti to try to kill it, doesn't get the die roll that he needs, and now he moves the Star Destroyer in at speed 3. Now the timing of this card is when a ship ends its activation. For the longest time, I don't know why, I thought it was when a ship ends its movement, and so I thought, if like a ship moved and if it used engine techs, you could use suppressor twice. That's not the case. It's only when it ends its activation, so you can only trigger it the one time use. And so the ship has ended its movement. He's got nothing else that he's triggering or doing anything else. The ship has now ended its activation. That's when you can say, hey, I am now choosing to activate suppressor. And the neat thing about Suppressor is that it's for any enemy ship that ends its activation at distance 1 to 3. It's not just only one ship, it doesn't exhaust. So it's great because if you can get it in a position to where maybe a bunch of other ships are not worrying about the Gozanti, they'd rather shoot something else, you can trigger a lot of activations from Suppressor, or even if they're wasting time, shooting the Gozanti, means they're not shooting other targets that are worthwhile. And you could get lucky and maybe they don't kill it and they can just scatter it and then it just continues to laugh. But anyway, so you can choose one of the defense tokens to toggle. And in this situation, I'm going to say, hey, I'm going to exhaust that brace. Now note that the card says exhaust, not spend. Meaning that if all the tokens already are exhausted, for example, you don't gain any benefit from Suppressor. You are not spending a token, you're exhausting a token. If a token is already exhausted, it needs to be spent in order to be removed from a ship. Like, for example, if somebody was using Salome, because her squadrons have the ability to spend defensive tokens. So a lot of players like to bring Suppressor in combination with Salome and Avenger. Allows you to really remove tokens or otherwise do shenanigans. So that's Suppressor. That's its ability. Again, it's for any enemy ship that moves within distance 1 to 3. So how do you measure distance? So bring up the distance band. This black circle is distance 1, the red is distance 2, and this orange circle is distance 3. Now remember, when using a card effect, you just need to measure from the plastic base to the plastic base of the ship. It's not an attack, so you're not ranging from cardboard to cardboard, black to black. So even if you're only catching just a teeny tiny little corner of this Star Destroyer at distance 3, again, you're measuring from the plastic base of your ship to the plastic base of the enemy ship, and then you're triggering its effect. Do not include the shield dials, okay, the little rounded points. The shield dials are not included in either measuring to or from targets or otherwise activated abilities. It's considered part of the base, is considered part of the ship, but not part of the ship base. It's just some of the ruling there. It's essentially, don't count the shield dials. They don't count. Only the physical hard plastic counts for when measuring card effects, such as Suppressor. So I want to make sure I was at least covering that. So thank you for watching Star Wars Armada Explained, and I hope you guys have one. Yeah, blah blah blah. Have a good day.